Today I'm going to show you how to upload images to Artsonia and write your artist statements. So the first thing is you would open up the internet and go to artsonia.com/class. Actually, let me do it this way. Okay, so let me do that again. artsonia.com/class. Okay, it's going to ask you for an access code. The access codes are all taped onto the front of the computer screens in class. If you are doing this from home, the code is MTPKSFZT. And then hit enter or click the login button. This is where you will search for your first name. Okay, here's me. This is what I have uploaded. You will go to add new artwork. If you're uploading for the Illuminated Initials project, you would click here. In the future, you will see the other projects. Just make sure you click on the correct project. Click Find Image. So if I took a photograph of your finished piece, it will be under the Students Drive. So under your shared drive, you click on 2012 FS Students, click on NHS Art, click on A. Melchioni, and then Art Fundamentals 1617. And here I will have photographs that I've taken in class divided up by the project. So here we have Illuminated Initials, Student Work 1617. So click on that, and then here you will see the images. You can scroll down to see which one is yours. Okay, so I'm just going to say, okay, that's mine. So I'm going to hit open. It's not really mine, but that's okay. And then click Upload Image. And of course it will take a second. The first thing you guys want to do is crop the image because we don't want to see that floor in the background. So I'm going to crop it as tight as I can to my actual image. I don't even really want to see any of my white background or the white border. Okay, and then hit apply. Here you can also click on auto fix or brighten if that looks better. I don't think that looks better. Let's do this. Let's do one brighten. No. We'll do auto fix. Okay? And then you accept those changes. Then you can add a title if you want. You could title it your name. You could title it, you know, whatever you want. Okay? So I'm going to just hit skip. And then here is where you need to write your artist statement. So talk about what you learned in the process. Learned about the process used to make illuminated manuscripts in the Middle Ages. So go back to that PowerPoint that we talked about as a class about the historical process, and talk about how that informed your design choices, why you did the things that you did, why you made it look the way you made it look. Then answer why you chose the imagery or symbols that you used. What was your inspiration? It's sort of a redundant question, you know. The inspiration and the imagery or symbols is kind of the same thing. So talk about why you chose and why you did what you did. Talk about what you learned about line, one of the elements of art, and what you learned about colored pencil techniques. And overall, do you feel the design is successful? Why or why not? And what might you change or do differently if you were to do this again? We're always looking for ways to improve as artists. So use complete sentences, check your punctuation and your spelling, make sure your I's are capital, and double check for run-on sentences and all of that. If you want, you can type this up in Microsoft Word or a Google Doc, and that way you'll have spell check and autocorrect and those sorts of things available to you. Artsonia does not have that. So if you want to type it up into like a word processing program, you can do that and then just copy and paste it into this artist statement here. And then when you're done, you'll see this little green button pop up that says Submit to Teacher, so you'll click that. Then I get to read your statements, and then I will approve them and publish them. Okay? And that is how you upload your images. If I didn't take a photograph of your work, or if I didn't upload the photograph to that Student Drive folder under Art Fundamentals, you can also go to Add New Artwork, and if you put the memory card directly into your computer, you would just scroll down and click on that memory card, and then again you would be able to find the images that way. You can also do this from your phone. If you can take a good picture of your image with your phone, you can upload through the phone as well. But I like the cameras in class. And then if you want to get fancy, you can actually use Photoshop. So we'll go to, again, that student folder. So we'll go to 2012 FS Students. We'll go to NHS Art, A. Melchione, Art Fundamentals. I'm just going to pick any one here. That's Frank's. And then in Photoshop, you can also crop it. So this is your crop tool. This gives you a little bit more control over your image. So actually I have this set, so I'm going to just do 1:1 square. And you can see that it's not perfectly straight. And what I can do is actually, if my cursor is off of the corner a little bit, I get this little curvy arrow, which means I can rotate. So I can kind of straighten that out a little bit more. And that might look a little bit better. Okay, and then when you're happy, you can click on the little check mark up here or hit enter. Then you can go to this little black and white cookie underneath this layers palette here. This is your layers palette. So the black and white cookie, it's a little circle, half black, half white. You can click on brightness and contrast or levels, and you can adjust how this looks. So maybe you want to increase the contrast a little bit, because technically this area around the edge of the artwork should be white. Let me turn contrast down a little bit and just turn brightness up. Okay, so that looks a little bit more white, maybe more accurate to what it looks like in real life. Okay, and then what I can do is go File, Save As, and then you could title this with your name. It'll still be in that same folder, which is perfect. And you can save it as a JPEG if you're happy with it. And then just hit save, hit OK. And now when you go to Artsonia, that edited image will be there, ready, perfect for uploading, and you don't have to do any editing in Artsonia. So Photoshop gives you a little bit more creative control over your image if you want to try that. But that's how you do that. Okay, and again, just to review, the code is MTPKSFZT. All right, and that will be the code you will use all year to access our classroom, and then you get to see your work. If your parents still haven't given permission, your work will not be visible by people searching for it, so please encourage them to do that. So this is what our school's portfolio looks like. These are our 3 projects from this school year. This is last year's art projects. Okay, so you can see what that looks like, but this is what everybody's illuminated initials look like, and I think they look really great, so good job. And see here I have 4 more work, but we can't see it because we don't have parent permission. So again, encourage your parents to sign up and give permission so that your artwork can be viewed by family members and friends. Okay?